that should be the story time. We almost got robbed when we were in Greece. And because me wanting to sleep, we were in our hotel room and we didn't end up getting robbed.
That was the first day. That was after we went exploring and we were like exhausted and we took a nap.
Yeah, but I wanted to take a nap. You didn't want to go. You didn't want to.
Well, because we were only there for like a couple days before getting on the cruise ship, so we wanted. I want to try to see as much stuff as we could. Which anyway, the story is basically that. So we ended up staying in the room, taking a nap, and. I think some person like knocked on the door or whatever. Which I looked at the people and I couldn't tell. It looked like it was maybe like
just a random dude. Wasn't he wearing like a red polo?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And I was like, oh hey, and he's like, oh, do you have a
iPhone charger?
And he had like a thick accent, like, do you have an iPhone charger I can borrow? And I was like, no, we don't have iPhones. And he's like, okay, thanks. And then
Cameron had opened you opened the door to talk to the guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first time he had opened the door to talk to the guy, so we seen the guy.
Yeah, and then I don't know.
And we were in a like this was the most expensive hotel we had ever stayed in.
Like 5-star.
It was a 5-star hotel in Greece, and when we go on vacation, we never ever stay at places that nice because we are trying to go on a budget so that we can go on more vacations. So this was like our first luxury hotel, and this is when this happens.
So then the guy came back, I don't know, like an hour or so later, because it's like afternoon time, then when they probably figured like people are out exploring.
Yeah, it was like 3 p.m.
Yeah, and he's like banging on the door, which I think we'd been like sleeping.
We were sleeping.
So I got up and I was like what the hell? And I look out the people and it's the same guy, and I was like, I didn't open the door. I just told her, I was like,
yeah, we didn't. He didn't open the door, and we didn't make any noise.
Waiting for him to go away.
Yeah, we were like, what is this guy doing? He woke us up from a dead sleep after being jet lagged.
Then then some other guy appeared in the peephole, and then that guy was like, I don't know, he was like leaning down on the floor. I don't know if he had like a backpack or something, but anyway, next thing I know, like this coat hanger that they had extended out into like a straight pole with like a little loop on the end, which they were shoving under the door. Basically, they were going to try to like hook the door handle of the room from the inside.
Because they had one of those handles that you like crank. It wasn't a door knob.
But we also had the deadbolt on, and I don't think that room was set up. Usually rooms, when you turn the handle from the inside, the deadbolt will automatically open too. This one wasn't. It was separate. So as soon as I like seen them sticking the thing, I told her like call the front desk. And I just reached down when the wire was like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 feet into the room, and I just grabbed it with both my hands. I yanked that shit as hard as I could, and like out of their hands and fully into the room. And
it was the scariest shit. That was day.
They're like tripping over each other, like trying to run.
Well, because they thought nobody was in the room.
Yeah,
so all of a sudden the wire gets like ripped out of them, then they're freaking out.
And when she called the front desk, they're like, oh,
my bad. And then this is one of those.
The front desk was like, oh, are you sure? It's like, yeah, like literally someone tried to break into our room. Like
we can give you the damn hanger that they
And the guy was like, oh, like didn't believe us. And then when he came up and we showed him the thing, then he's like, what? They got there pretty quick in like a minute or two.
Yeah.
And then of course they're like, okay, like calling the security and then like watching the tapes. I guess turned out the guy was like had rented a room there or something, which I think he used his passport. Like his
he used his passport and he used cash, I believe, so they couldn't really like trace him or try to find him. I don't know if his passport was incorrect, but this was like a hotel that you have to use your room key to use the elevator, and we were on the 3rd or 4th floor or something like that.
And they offered to like move us rooms, but I'm like,
it's like no, if they're gonna come back,
they're definitely coming back, and if they are, they ain't trying to break into this room.
Yeah, they're not gonna come back to this room, so no, I don't want to move. It was the scariest shit.
That we only had one more night.
Well, that was we had spent 14 hours or something in the plane, got there, spent one night. So this was our first night.
We had like 2 full days there or something.
Yeah, but this was the first day because
because we had already gone on that. The first day was a private car that we hired to take us up to Delphi. And then the next day we had walked all around the
the shopping plaza thing that they have in
and we went up to the Parthenon and stuff, like
the
museum. We walked like a bunch that day and had lunch, and then after lunch we were tired, so we went back to the room to rest. After we rested for a little bit, that's when I was like, oh, do you want to go back out? And she was like, no, I'm tired, and then we napped.
And he's like, come on, like, we're in Europe, we're only gonna be here once. And I was like, no, like, I'm so tired, I cannot walk anywhere.
Yeah.
And like, thank God that one time I put my foot down, because we would have,
and that was on a 10-day cruise, and then we were spending the cruise ended in Barcelona. We were spending like another 3 days in Barcelona, so we would have had like all of our, I don't think they would have stole our clothes and shit, I don't know. I mean, they probably just took the bags to their room or something so they could go like rifle through them.
Yeah, it was not good. It was our second day of our trip, and our trip in total was 17 days. So I was like, if we weren't in this room and they had took even just our clothes, not even the money that we had, but just our clothes, like, what are you gonna do on a 17-day vacation in Greece with no clothes and no money?
Yep.
And then have to re-buy all those clothes? And
we've been rocking those
we would have been like
a t-shirts.
Hawaiian flower shirts. Like, oh my, that was the scariest freaking thing ever.
I told her it was fine, like they ain't coming back, but
yeah.
I mean, we just piled our suitcases up by the door so they couldn't fit anything, and left the deadbolt and stuff. And
yeah,
I don't know. I mean,
I don't think we slept very well. I had some very vivid nightmares that night. I remember.
The hotel like apologized a lot, and then we checked out in the morning. Like the general manager or whatever was there to like apologize to us, but at that point we already because we booked our vacation like, I don't know, like a year and a half in advance, so we could start paying it.
Yeah.
So our room was already paid for, and
we already prepaid everything and
any bill or anything. So I don't know, there wasn't any way, I guess, for them to try to like make it better.
No.
I mean, they could have like paid for a cab to go to the port or something, but.
Well, I felt like too, when we initially called them, I'm like, somebody's trying to break in our room. They're like, they didn't take us seriously, maybe because, I don't know, we're American tourists.
And they're like, oh, maybe the person just
maybe they're, maybe they were, and we're like, no, like
their key. I'm like, no, they stuck like a wire under the door. Like, this is not.
Yeah, like you want the hanger with the hook on the end, because that's what they tried to use.
And we're not people to be like, oh,
we're not complainer people.
We want free room, and we're gonna leave you bad reviews and all this shit.
Was it
just like, nah, we just want to leave, like.
Yeah, we went to for the baby moon. You guys can watch the baby moon. There's 5 different videos, but on that trip we went to a pinball competition, and even in that hotel room, they were under construction, like construction crew, missing walls. We didn't complain. We go to our room. Room was fine, like, you know, it was a Holiday Inn. And we go to take a shower, and Cameron turns the bath nozzle, because it's one of those like bathtub with the shower head above it, turns the nozzle, and the whole head of the bathtub where the water comes out shoots across.
The pressure shot it. Luckily I wasn't standing in the tub when I did it. I was standing outside the tub, like warming it up, and it launched across the tub and like smacked into the wall. And when I called the front desk, the lady again, I'm like, hey, I turned the shower on, and like the shower or the tub head like shot off
and she's like,
the room.
What?
She's like, what? And I'm like, you can come up here and look at it. Same thing. Like, I don't know. I guess people call and make stuff up all the time. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't imagine what they. I mean, I worked a front desk at a Holiday Inn and a Hyatt, and I don't feel like I got any really ridiculous requests. So, you know, if somebody calls you and it's like, the whole bathtub faucet fell out, would you really question that? Like, that's kind of like a, I don't know. The lady questioned us. She came and looked.
This place is under renovation. Like,
yeah, she came and looked at the bathtub and was like, that's not good. And then like she switched us rooms, which was nice, but she also didn't do anything extra. She just switched our room, and we didn't complain. Like, if that was somebody else, they would have been like, I want my room rate back and blah, blah, blah. Like,
which I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to take a shower. So
yeah, we just
put us in a room where this works. And then they said, like, oh yeah, construction will be done every day at like 5 p.m. It was like 7 p.m. and they're still like, shit.
And then at
like 5 a.m.
5 a.m.
Like,
yeah. So it was.
That was only a couple days of like our whole like week trip, so.
Yeah, but it was so funny.
I think it's part of it is like, I don't know, we're pretty laid back and don't.
Yeah.
Really.
We're just so excited to be on a trip that we don't really care, as long as there's like somewhere clean to stay. We're pretty easy.
Plus, when I was in the Army, I'm used to like.
Well, yeah.
Crappy quality things and like sleeping in the dirt. So I'm like, whatever, I don't care.
In a storage container.
But But when you pay for like a fancy like 5-star hotel and everything,
That's what pissed
I
me
would
off the
expect,
most.
like,
Because I
more
was like,
safety,
we
or at least
never,
just take
never.
it serious when we first call them.
Yeah, we never, ever, ever, ever spend that much money on a hotel room. And because this was like one of our big trips, we were like, okay, just one hotel room, we'll, you know. And I don't even think it was probably like $300 a night, which is not really that much money, but to us, that's not what we usually do. And to have like the worst thing happen to us and have the front desk literally like give 2 shits was real eye-opening, I suppose. I wasn't not a fan.
Well, I mean, that shouldn't scare anyone from going to Greece, but
No, it should not. Yeah.
The day before we'd hired I saw online through, because I like to do like a lot of research and checking when we're doing those things to like try
Cameron
to find
is
stuff to
the
do.
researcher of all facts and
And
things.
on TripAdvisor, people had like top thing was this private tour company, and you basically pay, I think it's like $150 or something, or was the rate depending on where you want to go, and they come and pick you up like in a private car and their tour guide, and they'd like drive you there, speak English, talk about like all the stuff. So the guy we had was Australian, and he was really awesome. He took us to like a few other little spots that weren't part of the thing because we had time.
Do you want to come over here?
I can scoot over.
Sure. So it was really fun. The guy was really nice, but he was telling us that a lot of, I don't even remember, this was like 3 years ago or something.
This was when like they were warning people not to go to Europe because there's a lot of pickpocketing and stuff. I don't know if you guys remember. It was like, it's more than 3 years.
There was
It was like 4 to 5 years ago.
A lot of immigrants and things like that he said were coming over,
Yeah.
I think from like Turkey and other areas, so they were getting like a lot of non-Greece people that were coming there, and like crime and stuff was going up. So, not that I'm saying it was Turkish people, I'm just saying that's what he said.
And
They were
the
getting a lot of
tour
people,
guide?
because I guess the way Turkey's set up is only a few miles off the coast of Turkey is one of the like Greek islands. And if you get onto that island, if you're a refugee, then you're like instantly like have like, you know, asylum or whatever refugee status. So the, you know, Greece government will like take you over there. So I mean, it's cool. It was cool to see all the ruins and
Our tour guide in
the food.
Greece
Yeah, I
was,
recommended some good spots to eat.
no,
and
he's
everything.
from Australia. So he had like, wasn't he an Australian accent?
Yeah.
And him and his wife had moved to Greece.
Because his wife is
Grecian. Greek. Oh yeah, Greek.
Yeah.
She's a Grecian goddess. Ooh.
So no, he's a cool guy. And he had an accent, Australian accent, like "Had a good day, mate." Like,
Yeah, which was really funny. It's
Crocodile Dundee.
not
Not to be
expected.
confused with the Crocodile Hunter, because when I was talking about Crocodile Dundee last night, she was like, "Oh, the Crocodile Hunter?" I'm like, "No, it's not the same thing. It's a movie from the 80s. I think they ended up making 3 of them."
You know I don't know 80s movies.
I know. So, try to show her some
If
stuff.
it's not Ninja Turtles, I don't know anything in the 80s.
Like, what were the ones you watched? Harry and the Hendersons? And
Oh yeah, Harry and the Hendersons.
Some other 80s classics.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't
I think that's
know.
the only one. No.
No, there's been others.
What about the vacation? The Griswolds?
Oh yeah, Christmas Vacation.
Yeah,
Classic.
that's another one that he made me watch. It's a classic. Like, buh. Okay. Okay, but I think I am done.
Baby's rolling around a lot, so I'll catch y'all later.
Okay. Husband exit.